First of all, I want to just tell everyone, if you noticed that I'm wet here, I just said to Brendan a second ago that I was fixing my shower head and the thing fell off and the shower bloody went all over. Hence why I'm soaking. But listen, Brendan, my friend, Brendan Loughnane, PFL featherweight contender. How are you, my man? Great to speak to you as always.
Yes, mate. Nearly there again. Fly out on Friday. Back to war again. Let's go.
Yeah, man. You know, it's quick and fast. It's a big turnaround from where I think we were in 2019. Obviously, you had lots of frustrations and stuff like that. And that's what I want to ask you first, Brendan. I saw the Insta post you put up the other day. I'm not going to play it because there's music and I don't want to get pinged for copyright here on YouTube. But it was pretty dark what you were saying, man, in the post with the music. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Were you in a dark place in 2019? I don't know if you want to talk about
which one are we? Which one are we talking about?
The one where you're running and you said you've been in dark places and there's music.
Yeah. So about that, I just want to I want to elaborate on that post because the people have asked me about it. So first of all, I get this crazy high when I'm doing sprints. I get like this runner's high, they call it, and it's a real thing. And when I get that, I had a friend of mine there, he was just recording me doing it, and I just started reeling off. And if you look on my Instagram, there's another one where I'm just about 5 days out from my last fight, and I started reeling off shit there too. Like, it's called a natural high in my body, and I just start reeling off what I'm going through. And some of the stuff I was elaborating on was, it just pisses me off when people say they're dedicated to the sport. They have no idea what dedication looks like. And then I was saying, try leaving everything behind, your family, your friends, your girl. Try moving to another country. Try being on your own. Try doing this, try doing that. And, 5 fights back to back within 6 months. It's a lot what I'm doing at the minute. And when I hear other people online going, oh, and then they don't even want to get out of bed in the morning to do one session a day. I don't know, I was on one of them ones. You know what I mean? I think I'd seen a post or something and I was like, I'll fucking show you commitment. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of part-time fighters on the gram, should I say, that was doing me in. And, I just started reeling off about it.
Anyone in particular you want to mention?
I don't want to go down that road, but mate, it was one of them days where I was fucking tired. It was my third session, and I'd seen someone talking about something on the thing, and I was like, "What?" I'll tell you about commitment. And yeah, I mean, PFL's no joke, man. I seen Rory McDonald's interview for his last fight saying, "This shit takes its toll on you, bro. Like fucking in the cage every 5 weeks." Cutting weight. I'm not a small featherweight. You got to cut a lot of weight every 4 weeks, every 5 weeks. You're carrying knocks into each fight. There's injuries. Oh man, it's a lot, and that's why I've got the ultimate respect for Lance Palmer and Atan Shut. Them guys that have won it twice, bro. Like ultimate respect for them people.
Yeah, unbelievable stuff. And like I think people outside the sport really, they don't understand unless you're involved in the sport how much commitment and dedication you guys put into it. But it's very, very different to where you were in sort of 2018, 2019 when you weren't with the PFL and momentum. You were trying hard to get fights, and I know you were considering going over to boxing and changing sport or even maybe packing it in at one point. It's really different now, isn't it, Brennan? Like there's lots of momentum there. I see there's a jump in your step, there's a bite in your step. You seem in a much happier place at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, the whole contender thing, man, that fucking set me right back.
Big time.
Right
Dana,
right back.
You're an idiot.
Big time. That put me back into where am I going now sort of thing. PFL came with a fantastic offer, and look what they've done for me, man. They've rejuvenated my career. They've seen the potential, they've seen the talent, they've seen the marketability. They've seen that I'm a good guy and I fight well, and they've got behind me, and now I'm on my 5th fight for PFL, 4 barn burners, semi-final. They're paying me great money. They're letting me have my own sponsors. I'm on ESPN. I'm the only Brit in the roster / Irish, because I know you want to get that one in there. Mate, I'm stuck with that Brit-Irish thing because the Irish hate me for carrying the butcher's apron, they're saying, on the thing.
Brennan, that's a lie. You get a lot of love from Ireland, in fairness. You do. That's rubbish.
They're the sort of comments that I'm seeing on the thing. I'm like, how dare you come out with the butcher's apron? I'm like, bro, I can't win. And then I'm coming out with, I can't really come out with the Irish flag because I look like a fake Irishman. So I'm stuck in the middle.
Just keep wearing the green shorts and maybe put a tricolour on the shorts and you'll be all right.
Well, I've got a shamrock.
It's not good enough. Forget your shamrock.
It's a nice green shamrock on there. But yeah, my career's rejuvenated. I'm one fight away from $1 million and a world title. I've got a nice, juicy fight in front of me. I can't complain.
Definitely. You mentioned the marketability as well, and I've noticed, you're doing interviews with people you wouldn't have done interviews with sort of 5 years ago. There's outlets, Sky Sports for one have been picking up a lot of your stuff as well. Like, it really is noticeable how much traction you've gained in terms of your popularity as well since you've gone over to PFL. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I mean, they're helping me out a lot. They're putting me through ESPN. I just did another Brett Okamoto interview and just think people that I wouldn't even get near. Ariel Loughnane, I've been on him after every fight, before and after. BBC, Sky Sports, major outlets, and I'll give you an example. One of my best mates, he's been away for about 6-7 months, and he just landed back in Manchester. And he went, mate, people are stopping me left, right, and centre. My hairdresser, everyone wants to know about Brendan and his tournament. So, it feels like it's getting a bit of love back home, and I love that. You know what I mean? And PFL started me off as the prelims, then I was the opener for the main card, and now I'm the main event. So it's like, it couldn't be going any better. It's all going upwards, mate. You're
the hottest ticket on the PFL roster, in my opinion, at the moment, in terms of even, you look at the online traction, what people are saying, it's all aimed towards you, who people want to watch, which I think is absolutely testament to you and then testament to the guys at PFL, as I said. You haven't been home, man. You mentioned Manchester. You haven't been home since October last year. Is that correct?
September, I've not seen my family, mate.
And how are you dealing with that? That's tough, because I know you're obviously real close with your mum. You bought her a house. How tough has that been on you mentally? That's been a real challenge, I presume.
Mate, it's been unbelievably difficult. Basically, I was, the UK went into lockdown, so I had to leave. Went to Dubai for 6 months, and then after that, I landed in the States, and then they said to me, you're not allowed to leave until the tournament's over. Wow. But my coach is in England, my mum's in England, my girl's in England, my family's in England, and I'm like, what do you mean I can't leave? And then I'm like, right, okay, well, now I'm just sat in a back bedroom in Las Vegas on my own, mate, chasing the dream every day, and I wouldn't have it any other way. The tougher, the better for me, and I absolutely love it, mate. And we're so close now that, mate, honest to God, when I put that big piece of shiny metal in my suitcase and bring it home, it's going to be worth it.
Unbelievable, the scenes in Manchester. If that happens, when that happens, Brendan, you said Las Vegas. You're out there at the moment. Why are you training in Las Vegas? I know normally you're obviously with your guys in the UK, or normally you go over to San Diego to Alliance MMA. Why Las Vegas?
A number of reasons, really. First one, none of these camps have been normal because of coronavirus. Places closing. You got to go here. Then mass mandates are coming in, and this and that. So I'm just moving with the flow, and I came to Las Vegas after my last fight for the weekend, checked out a few gyms. I've trained at Syndicate MMA a bunch of times before my fights and that, gone there a week before. I came, found some great wrestlers, found some fantastic fighters at my weight, and I was like, you know what, I'm pretty comfortably, I'm going to stick by this one. And I kind of enjoy a bit of my own space now as well, my own room and my own, just in my own thoughts. And, my coach missed my last fight, and that's the first time I've not had him in my corner since I was 16, since my first ever fight. So
Tony, is it?
Yeah, that played a big effect. That was massive, mate. It just didn't feel right. But he's going to be there for the semi-final. He's coming out a week before. I'm going to meet him on Friday this week.
Good.
So that's a massive buzz, mate. Once I've got him, I feel invincible. I really do. That's my guy. So I had him missing for the last one. There was a couple little niggles and stuff going into it, but we went in and put on I just had a fight, mate, in the last one. Let's have it right. There was no jabs. I just went in and just had a fuck. That, you know what I mean? This is what people want to see. I had a fight of the night and I had a knockout of the night. What more do you want?
Yeah, I was literally just going to ask you that. It's 7 on the bounce now. I think since the loss to Pat Healy in Sheffield, I believe it was, and.
Yeah.
there's serious momentum with you now, Brendan, as well. As you said, Shaman Moraes fight, I thought was one of the best of your career. I think you'll agree with that as well. The Tyler Diamond fight was just a bloody war. Great for the fans, as you said. Momentum is key in this, isn't it? It really is key, momentum.
Oh, mate. Like you say, you alluded to Pat Healy there. That was me giving up £20, mate. And
yeah, I know.
There's still an argument. Remember the size of his head?
Yeah, I know Pat. I know Pat well. He's I don't know how that guy ever cut to 155 is beyond me. His head must be, half his body weight alone.
Do you know what I mean? Great guy, Pat. Really glad I fought him. Took me to a very dark place in the cage, and it got me ready for the dark place that I felt in Tyler Diamond in the third round. It was a great learning experience, and I've won 10 out of my last 11 fights.
Unbelievable.
You know what I mean? I'm 21-3, like incredibly experienced now. Been around the world, fought them all, done it all. Like
that's what I was going to say. Like you've done everything. It feels like an accumulation of all the negative things that you've had in your fighting career that now it's maybe turned a corner and you have that momentum. Something big's going to happen. That's the way I feel with you at the moment. Looking at your career and the way it's sort of panned out.
It has to look at Dustin Poirier, look at Charles Oliveira, look at Jan Blachowicz, look at the fuckers that stayed around and took the knocks and kept going. I feel like I'm that guy. I mean, how many 31-year-olds have got 21 wins under the belt in MMA?
True.
They've not. You know what I mean? It's I've got a wealth of experience, fought in all different promotions in different countries and seen all different styles and trained at all gyms, sparred world champions. I feel like it's all a combination and to this moment now, and 2 fights away from a world title, mate. And I'm the most experienced guy in this thing. And I'm the hungriest by far as well.
You look at the other semi-final, Bubba Jenkins and Chris Wade, and I think Chris is going to take that fight. Sort of from looking on.
Really?
And yeah, I do.
That's interesting.
I do think he's going to take that fight. How do you feel about that? The other semi-final. Have you eyes on it? Do you really sort of do you even bother looking at it? Or what's your thoughts on that?
That's interesting you say that. You're one of the few people that actually thinks Chris Wade's going to win. I'm in a toss-up at the minute. Here's my thoughts on everything. I'll give you my thoughts on everything about everyone.
Good man.
So I know you love this. A bit of juice. So Chris Wade shouldn't even be in the semi-final because he lost to Anthony Diza.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. I watched that fight just before I went out, and it made me realise how bad the New Jersey judges are, mate. And that's why I flew out against Shaman Moraes and just put him out because I thought, I am not having a judge rob this off me again. So Chris Wade has had a gift being in the semi-final, really. It should be Shaman because Shaman got 5 points in his second fight. Don't get me wrong. He looked great in his next fight against that Russian cat. He looked fantastic. And that Russian guy's no mug. So fair play in your second fight, but you lost your first one. He's running around calling my name. I don't know why. You know what I mean? You got no business being in there with me at the minute, mate. You got Bubba Jenkins. He's just going to wrestle, isn't he? Like, he's just going to wrestle. Yeah. And that fight, I keep swaying back and forth in my head because I watched him get wrestle fucked by Anthony Diza, who couldn't even lace Bubba's boots in wrestling. So then I think, well, if you got out wrestled by him, what's Bubba going to do to you? But then I think, Bubba slowed down in the third round of his last fight. Can Chris Wade come on strong in the third? So, yeah, I keep back and forward in this one. I've got the toughest matchup yet again, obviously. Brendan's ended up with the toughest match. Wouldn't have it any other way, mate. Really wouldn't. Another betting underdog. I don't know when these betting agents are going to learn, mate. But
yeah, you're underdog in every fight. There's no respect for the Europeans at all on the PFL betting
What's going on, mate?
I don't know. I really don't know. You're
how? Hey, I'm the number one seed, mate. Are they all forgetting?
Yeah, it's wild. It's absolutely wild stuff, in my opinion. We'll get to Mowgli Kabalayev in a second, but as you said there, I think it's been really sort of interesting the way it's sort of seeing you and see your evolution, the way things have panned out. But I want to ask you this before I get on to Kabalayev. How important is the rest as well, Brendan? Because it's sort of a different situation. Do you think maybe the Ultimate Fighter, in some degree, from your time doing that, has sort of helped you out, sort of manage, your rest, and have you learned from that? Is there any sort of benefit with that at all?
Fucking hell, mate. I've done them all, Anna. The Ultimate Fighter,
well, there you go.
Been a lot. Wow. there's not much I had seen in this sport, but
you know how to
mate,
handle it,
listen,
though. That's sort of what I'm getting at. You know, does that sort of help? Because you obviously, you know, you fight in short periods of time there as well.
I was 20 years old, mate. I barely remember it. It was 11 years ago.
Wow.
That was honestly, mate, 11 years ago.
That is
What has
wild.
happened to time, mate? Yeah, so I barely remember it. What I do remember is going in a little fat kid eating tea and biscuits. Didn't even know what a weight cut was. Didn't know anything. All I knew was just windmill. That's all I was doing on there, mate. I didn't know what was going on. And I was fighting guys like Norman Park, who'd had 20 pro fights, mate.
Yeah.
It was 4-0. I had no
Good old
business
Norman.
being on there. Yeah, so... And I still made a fucking great account of myself back then. And now we're talking 11...
Was Mike Wilkinson in it then 11, as well? Did you fight Mike Wilkinson in that? Or was it after?
I fought their young prospect. He was called Patrick Iodice. He was 9-0. I beat him. Yeah. And then I fought Norman Park in the semis. Norman beat me. Norman was far too big and far too skilled. And then me and Mike had that barn burner on the finale.
That was a cracker, that fight.
It was a great fight. So, I mean,
do you have to rest more in the preparation for this?
Don't know, mate. I don't know. Rest. I don't know how to... No, but I don't know how to approach it. Like, do you keep your foot on the gas? Do you chill? Like, it's just such a foreign experience.
Are you finding that a problem?
I think everyone is, mate. And Chris Wade did an interview the other day, and I seen it, right, and it was fucking right what he said. He said, "This is my third time now getting to the finals." He said, "Only the strong survive at this point."
Yeah.
He said, "Every one of us is injured. Every one of us has got niggles. Every one of us is tired. And it's going to be the strongest will survive." And he's right, mate. I thought, you know what? For all the bullshit that he taught, that was a fucking good point, mate.
Is there sort of added pressure then when you look at this, the Mobley Kabalaev fight? We all know which way what he wants to do. He's going to go in there and try and take you to the ground and wrestle you out of the game. And your wrestling, as we know, is it's so underappreciated, in my opinion. I think, anyway, personally, you don't get half enough credit for it. But considering when the finals are and the quick turnarounds, is there a sort of more added pressure on you to go in there and try and get the job done as quick as possible?
You know what, mate? There is pressure on this fight. Usually I'd sit here and go, "No, there's no pressure on me," but there is pressure, mate. I'm 2 fights away from what I set out in the sport for. I'm 2 fights away from never working again. I'm 2 fights away from setting my family's life. I'm 2 fights away from everything I've ever worked for. So yeah, mate, there is a hell of a lot of pressure. And for me to sit here and say, "No, I don't feel it," I feel it, mate. Like, that's just me being brutally honest. Like, again, I'll allude back to the fact that I don't have no support network over here, mate. What do I do? Who do I speak to? I'm in my bedroom on my own here. Like, I can't just say, "Oh, Mum, put a brew on and we'll have a chat." I can't say to me bird, I can't say to me mate, "Pop round, we'll have a brew." And I'm out here on my own, mate, for a year. It's nearly been a year since I've been home.
Wow.
And yeah, mate, and like main event against a 17-0 fighter, Brendan Loughnane, yet again, the MMA fucking nomad, flying around the world, fighting whoever. And again, wouldn't have it any other way, mate. That big shiny belt is waiting for me, and I'll do whatever it takes. And when I say that, I mean whatever it takes to win this fight.
You're getting me excited, man. I'm very, very excited for this upcoming semi-finals. What a date? The 27th, isn't it? The date, yeah, it is the 27th. So massively
looking
looking
forward to it. Yeah,
forward
it'll be on about 5 in the morning where you are, Saturday early hours, so it's going to be a late one. You'll have to get on the pipes.
We'll be. Listen, we're well used to it, Brendan, with all the UFC cards. I very rarely don't watch them live. So listen, 100% going to watch this fight. Like, don't be.
Come on, mate.
Don't be bloody insulting me, telling me I'm not going to stay up and watch it. It's a silly insinuation to even make. Listen, we have to address the elephant in the room. Brendan, as you promised when myself and Pete were doing the bash, are you going to honour this trip to Dubai for me if you win the $1 million bucks?
will you please pull up this point where I said you're going to Dubai?
You're backing out now. Are you backing out now? Oh my God! You bleeding snake!
Did I actually say it? Listen,
you did say it. Oh, you snake! Wait till Pete hears this.
I'm a man of my word, right? If I said that will be honoured. I just don't remember. I've done 40,000 interviews in the space of 6 months, mate. So pull it up. If I said it, I mean it.
You weasel, Brendan. You absolute weasel. I can't believe you're backing out at me now. Holy mother of God. This is shocking. I'm gonna get the Twitter world after this one. That clip is definitely going out. Listen, Brendan.
Would I pull out on my two biggest fans? You and Peatsy, mate, have been through my career like nobody else. No one else has stuck by you like you two, mate.
Man, because you're a good geezer, and I'm glad as well to see things are working out for you, and it's been obviously a long journey, a long road. And Brendan, as I said, we all can't wait for this fight against Mogli Kabalayev on the PFL semi-finals. I appreciate the time as always, my friend. Now go get some sleep. I know it's only early there. Appreciate it, my man.
You get some sleep.
I know, I need some sleep. It's bloody 11 o'clock here, and I'm a little bit hungover, so I'm going to go and get some sleep. Brendan, a pleasure as always, my friend. Much appreciated.
Take care, brother. Great to see you.
If you want to see more videos like this, do hit the subscribe button and also the notification button so you don't miss any future updates. You can also catch us on social media and also give the video a thumbs up. It does help. Thanks, guys.